I do know that Facebook Marketplace is my new favorite place to list and get rid of stuff.
It's
It's like
popping off for you.
it is because yeah, I guess we're new to it because I don't have Facebook. Matt does, but he's been listing stuff on Facebook and like big items too, and they're just
Mhm.
flying up. Like 75% of the things we've listed have been gone in a couple days. So I'm super excited
Nice.
about Facebook Marketplace. Um,
Yeah.
um it's it's good. And we had one this morning. Like he delivered one this morning, or not delivered it, but did the meetup like right up the street. That
Right.
was
What was it?
fantastic. It was a Coleman heater. Um, like it's like an old Coleman heater, but it's pretty cool. The guy drove from Richmond to come and get it, and it sold for $55. So I was excited about that. It was just sitting in a death pile too, like in the garage on the shelf because it's pretty big. Not big,
Nice.
but
Yeah.
it's probably like a foot by foot by foot. So it was great. I love it. Love, love, love
Nice.
it. You're listening to the Flippin' Fantastic podcast.
If you're watching this and you aren't subscribed, go hit that button right now and watch this.
Let's be real. We're the #1 reselling podcast.
Wow.
I
I have
know.
yet to try it, but I need to. I
Mhm.
need to.
This week. You got it. You got it, Mo. Oh, do you have any snow? Do you have snow from
Yeah.
the storm?
Yeah. It was snowing pretty hard a little bit ago, but it's slowed down.
Like
I don't know how much we
s
have out there. I haven't been out. I
like,
was just watching it
is
out
it
the
on the
window.
ground and on the street?
Yeah.
Is it white? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We didn't get anything. Nothing. But
You're
we did
like
get
right
school
below
delays.
the line.
Yeah,
So you got
but there was
nothing?
delays.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like, last night, I don't know what time it was, but we were up still. I don't know, 9-ish, maybe 7, 8, 9-ish. We could hear
Mhm.
sleet on the
Right.
sky, what do you call them? Skylights. We could hear it hitting the
Yeah.
skylights. So, but that was
Right.
it. Nothing else.
Yeah,
But
no.
thank goodness. I'm
It's like
sure it's what?
the snow is like south of us right now, so we're not getting any, but it looks like there's more coming,
It's
I
well,
think.
I just looked on ours and it says there might be snow on Friday, which is
Yeah, yeah. There
yeah.
might be another storm this weekend. Yeah.
Jeez. That's well, hopefully
Yeah.
not for us. I haven't looked at the news at all. Like I don't even know what it looks like to the west of me, like Richmond or, like where Kevin lives. Like I don't know what
They're
it
getting
looks
like
like there.
rain. It looks like rain
Oh,
on the radar. That's
yeah.
what they were getting.
We typically don't get too much because we're so, right on the water. It's kind of funny. It
Yeah.
is kind of nice to, like, when it does snow really well, or, like, to go to the beach and see snow on the sand. Do you know what I
Right.
mean?
Uh-huh.
Because, the water is warm, well,
Yeah.
relative to what's going on, but it is nice to see
Right.
that.
Mhm.
So I do like that, but that's
It's
about it.
pretty.
So
I
welcome
just
back, guys. I know there's some new viewers here. We got some new subscribers that pushed us over, and we just want to let you
Yay.
know that
Thank
not
you.
only, yeah, thank you for subscribing and liking, and we're not only the #1 female reselling podcast. I'd also like to increase that, Mo, and say that we're just the #1 reselling podcast in on the East Coast. How's that? #1 reselling podcast on the East Coast. What do you think? You think we can claim that?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
absolutely think we can. Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Yeah. I mean,
N-
we're just gonna keep reaching for the stars and land on
Nobody
the
else
moon.
is trying to, so we might as well.
Yeah. We'll get some more subscribers. We need to have like a little banner in the corner, Mo. That's like our breakdown. Like, you know, we have 500. So
Are you giving me
middle
another
of
another assignment?
we need to get um we need to get 15 subscribers before next week to keep our rate going so we can get to 1,000 by what is it? July 1st.
June. July 1st. Yeah,
June,
July 1st.
July 1st.
July
We're
6 months.
reaching for 1,000 subscribers. So be sure to like and subscribe and share it so we can reach our goal. We're not going to be shy about it. We're gonna tell you what we want, and you do it. Mo's like, I'm cutting all that out. Oh my gosh.
Edit,
So
edit.
edit. You pull a Jimmy. Pull a Jimmy. Up, got it right. Up. What is that? 15, 14.
Wait, what now? 6 minutes in.
6
Cut it all out.
in. Oh my gosh. So how's your eBay been? What's like 2 of your best sales, or just the ones that you liked the best? just 2, Mo.
2 of my sales have been, you're lucky I have 2. I sold some like plastic tumblers that had gnomes on them. They were some of the very first things I ever listed this time around.
Wait.
On eBay.
You mean like glasses? Tumblers?
No, like
What do you mean?
plastic. Like a plastic tumbler with a straw.
Oh, and they had gnomes on them?
Yeah.
Like on the glass or sitting on top?
No, printed on them.
Oh, got it. I was thinking in my head, I was thinking of them like sitting with their legs and arms wrapped around the straw. That's what I had in my head.
They're on there. I sold 2 of those. I had 2 and I sold 2. And it's a good thing I looked because I wrapped one.
Uh-huh.
I put one in a box and then I went to print the label and it said 2 and I was like, do I have 2? I did have 2. And I sold both of them. So that, and I sold a tin, like a little square tin with flowers on it. I like tins. They're easy. They're not, you don't make a lot of money on it, but they're bread and butter.
What kind of tin? Was it like a cookie tin or something originally?
I don't know what was in it. Potpourri Press was the brand of it, which I've sold before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think it had chocolates in it. I guess maybe it had potpourri in it. I don't know. I don't know what they had in. Maybe like stationery. I don't know. Potpourri Press. What do they make? I don't know.
I don't know. That doesn't sound familiar to me, but that's cool.
But I like tins because they're pretty lightweight. Even if they're bigger and go in a bigger box, they're usually like no more than a pound, and
yeah,
they're easy to ship. Like you don't need to wrap them you don't need to put a whole bunch of bubble wrap or anything on them. Just throw some paper in there and
you're good to go.
They're gone. Yeah.
Yeah. I've sold
people collect them, so they're like a nice, easy pickup. And usually I get them for like a quarter or 50 cents or something.
Yeah, that's the same. I've only sold like 1 tin, and it was like an old, it wasn't like a saltine, the saltine ones were like they're tall and square, and like not rectangle. Yeah, they're rectangles, whatever. But it wasn't Ritz, it was something else. Not Ritz, but saltine. But it was tall and skinny, and it was really retro. Remember like the ones from the 70s had a lot of like orange and red and yellow colors on it?
Right.
I sold one of those, but this was like when I first started reselling.
Yeah.
I think I paid like 49 cents for it.
Right.
I thought that was cool because I don't see too many tins around here.
I see a lot.
You do?
So I always pick up ones that kind of look cool or different or, and if they're under $1, I figure I'll make like 10 or more depending on usually what they are.
I did. I had a.
Now tell me what expensive crap you've sold.
Well, I'll tell you, one of them was Facebook. This was like the coolest one because we were gonna throw it away. We were gonna scrap it. We got, it is a brass and cast iron fireplace shield. Or is it a shield? They're called screens, with the footed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there. It's got like lion claws on the bottom, and it's got the brass finials at the top. It's on the
Yeah.
screen if you're just listening. But we paid $10 at the Goodwill auction for this and 2 sets of andirons, brass andirons.
Mm-hmm.
So I have $3.33 into this. But I really only wanted the andirons because I like selling
Right.
andirons. I don't know why, I
Uh-huh.
just do. So I almost left this like at the auction because you can leave stuff. But I was gonna actually I took it home because you see the little finials on the top of that? I was gonna take the
Right.
finials off and I was gonna sell the
Sell
finials.
those. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Because I just didn't know. I didn't know. I just thought to me it just seemed, because it goes in front of a fireplace, so it's been used. It's got, the
Right.
backside is like, has some, I don't want to say char to it, but there's the fire has like, hit it. So anyway, I have $3.33 into it. I listed it on Facebook Marketplace, and we got a hit like 2 days later. And the guy was like, "I'll be in town, whatever, whatever." We met up with him yesterday. No, Saturday. We met up with him Saturday, and it sold for $250, Mo. $250
Nice.
bucks.
Yeah,
That's
and you were gonna
amazing.
get rid of it and just sell the finials.
I was. Because that was like, I was like, oh, it's because it's not all brass. The only thing brass is like the top lip, the finials, and the feet, the 2 feet. That
Right.
was it. And the
But
guy,
it looks pretty, I mean, it's pretty big and,
it is. It was 4
sturdy.
feet. It's 4
Yeah.
feet long. But the guy collects them because he was like sending Matt pictures of like his fireplace and all this other stuff. Oh,
Thought I
I
was
was
gonna
gonna let
sneeze.
you sneeze. I thought you were.
I'm trying not
But
to.
the guy collects them and stuff, and it's like a Federalist screen or something like that.
Yeah, it's very like
So
kind of colonial, like I don't know.
yeah, and that's where the guy lives. I think he lives right outside Williamsburg, which is kind of
Okay,
like,
yeah. So that makes sense. It'll
yeah.
fit in his style of house probably.
Oh yeah, but Mo, he sent pictures of his house, not his house, but he sent pictures of like of where he was going to put it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he had a I don't know what they're called. They're like the thing from Sleeping Beauty, the where she would prick her finger in Sleeping Beauty. I think
Oh
it's like a
yeah, the
yarn.
spinning wheel. The spinning wheel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He had one of those in the corner of his living room, one of those yarn wheels or whatever they're called.
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay, so he's into that stuff. So that was that. That was the one I was so excited about because 250 for I spent maybe 10 minutes cleaning like the brass and shining the brass up.
Right.
So I was
Nice.
excited about that. And then the next one, it was it's a bowling ball. I bought it, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, probably like 2 weeks ago at Goodwill. We paid $10. We paid $9.99 for the bowling ball. And I almost passed by it, but I don't even know. It's called like Roto Grip, but I guess the brand or the style is called Erotic Gem bowling balls. And I was like,
Exotic, it says. You said
exotic gem.
erotic.
Oh, I did.
You said erotic.
You shut up. That's because that's what I wrote in my notes. I wrote erotic in my notes. I mean, whatever.
This is where Amy's mind is, people.
I wrote it. Oh my god. Anyway, it came with that box. So I probably wouldn't have bought it if it didn't have the box because there's like all these specs on the box because I don't know
Okay,
anything
yeah.
about bowling. I don't know anything about bowling at all. So I paid 10 and it's sold. I don't think it sold for $72.88. I think it sold for 60. I think I took an offer of 60 and it was going to Delaware or something like that. So
Oh, really? It's coming here.
It is.
I have a bowling ball, but I don't know that it's worth anything. I used to use it I used to teach about forces, so
Oh, okay.
I used it in some demonstrations and stuff. It was my mother-in-law's. It's just a big black bowling ball that says Francis on it.
Oh, was that her name?
It doesn't say
Oh, okay.
It doesn't say erotic ship. Exotic.
Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it.
This is cool
Exotic
looking. I like the
gem.
colors on it. Blue, yellow, purple.
Yeah, it looks like it reminds me of a marble.
Yeah.
You can't see it in the pictures, but the holes for whatever the holes that you put your fingers
Yeah.
in, it has
Uh-huh.
bright pink rubber. I don't
Oh,
know.
inside them?
Yeah, I don't know if it was to make it fit whoever's hand had
Right.
that. I don't know. Like
Uh-huh.
I said, I don't know anything about bowling balls. And a lot of people were interested in this ball. Like there was a lot of saves on it. And then I was getting random messages about it as if it was my personal ball and I was selling it.
Right.
Because they were like,
People think I'll sell your stuff.
I know. They were asking me questions like, where's the pin at? And all that stuff. And I wanted to say, at the bowling alley. That's where the pin at.
I mean, I see you have it in the
Yeah, I have no idea. I
mean, you have it in the description. Copied it off the box.
Yeah, exactly. Because I figured they sell too. The sell through was like 100% on them. But I just
Wow.
said, everybody that was asking me stuff, I just said all the information I have is in the photos because I didn't know what else to tell them. I didn't
Right.
want to say, bitch, I don't know. I don't know.
Here we go. The pin, I just needed to know because it was gonna.
Okay.
The pin marks the top of the core inside the bowling ball. It's also the point around which the ball wants to rotate. Okay.
Oh, well, there was marks on this ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a circle on it that was almost inlaid, and then there was
Yeah.
another mark that was like a diamond, and then there was another mark that was like some other kind of logo. I
Right.
wonder if those are them. Yeah, they said, "Where is the pin at? What is the span? Thank you." And I was just like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." So, those are my
I didn't know that stuff. I mean, I bowl for fun, but not often.
Yeah.
And I just pick a ball off the things.
Yeah. And this was heavy. I mean, it's 14 pounds, 4 ounces.
I was gonna.
That's
That was what I was gonna ask you. How much did that cost? Where did you send it to Delaware? So it didn't go too far. How much was it? 14
I don't think it
pounds.
was much. I think it was
It didn't go too far. If it went
'cause
up here, I mean, that's not far. It's maybe like a zone over or something. Couple zones over.
yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I don't know what
here
the
it
zones
is.
are.
The shipping was actually $10.79.
That's a
So, that's
bargain,
pretty
man,
cheap.
for 14
Heck yeah.
pounds.
Well, actually, I remember it was 18 pounds with the box. So,
Oh, wow.
that's a lot. So, $10.79, and I shipped
Yeah,
it
for almost 20
on
pounds. Jeez.
I shipped it on eBay too. And it went USPS ground. I didn't do
Uh-huh.
UPS, whatever that one is.
Well, if it was only only $10, I wouldn't bother with anything else. I don't think it would be any
Yeah.
cheaper.
I just felt bad for the mailman because it sold on a Monday, so it had all of my orders, from the weekend plus.
And you have to put in there how, I have 10 boxes. How many pounds?
I did.
40 pounds a box.
I did. That was it. I remember too because I think I wrote
He's
25 packages and 40 pounds of. But I did put them in 2 separate totes. So, because normally I put everything in one tote and he just carries the tote to the
He
mail
carries them
truck.
down to the, yeah.
Yeah. So I put it in 2 totes. So it would be a little less weight.
Right.
Whatever. I don't know. So that was my 2 for Tuesday. Well, today's Monday, but
Well, you don't see this till Friday, so whatever.
Right. We've got to maybe come up with a name for that. So did you have any issues with eBay this week at all that you can think of? Since we are reselling podcasts, I figure we better talk about some reselling stuff.
We did. Did we talk on the live about your defects, late shipments? I did find the link.
Remember.
I can't remember if we talked about it on the live. Because I know we talked about it between ourselves.
Yeah.
But I had and it was like 4 things from the beginning. Well, one was mid-December, and 3 were like the beginning of December. Like they were all mailed at the same time, and they were all showing as late. And I should we were. I know we were talking whether live or not about we both have next day shipping, and I always it goes out the next day. I had like 4 things. Anyway, I found the link. It's not when you look on your eBay screen. Actually, well, I'm not gonna put the screen up. I'm just changing this. When you go and you look at your eBay screen and it says you have, like mine, because it was 4 things, it was like 1.5% defect rate, which isn't a big deal. Like it wasn't affecting
Yeah.
anything. But like if you have another issue or something, it just adds on. So you do kind of want to get rid of anything like that you're not responsible for, in
Yeah.
case something happens. So I did dig for that link again, because Alicia had originally showed it to me where the link was. So I went digging. I found the link again because eBay does not make it easy for you, because you can't
Yeah.
just click on those and you know what makes sense. You click on that and it says, "Hey, do you want to fight these?" Click
Yeah.
yes. No, they don't make it easy. You got to go somewhere else and find it. But anyway, I found it because I had sent it to you because I think you had one, right?
I did.
Within like an hour, I had got I got 4 emails, and they were like, "We fixed it. You're fine."
Yeah.
Um,
I yeah, that's
you know,
yeah, maybe we can put a link in the description.
yeah, I can put that for
No.
people.
That way other people,
Doesn't
'cause
remember.
maybe people don't even know that they have these defects either, 'cause
Right,
nobody's complaining about anything, so you're
right.
not even aware that they showed up late. Because after you sent that link, I did click it,
Uh-huh.
and I had 4, but 3 of them were, like, expired. I guess it was past the 90 days,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and,
Hmm.
one of them I was able to take care of. I clicked on what it was, and it said it was delivered late, so I hit the button that said, like, "Review it," and I clicked the one
Yeah.
that said
Hmm.
tracking was updated or uploaded,
Right.
and same
Uh-huh.
thing, within an hour, I got the memo that said, "Your request has been approved." So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. And
I wasn't even aware that that was a problem. And I think it was international. It was a shirt, and I think it was going international. So of course it's going to be late, because I
yeah.
feel like a lot of international, shows up late because they're waiting for that like cargo to
Yeah.
fill up before they ship it out. You know what I mean? So yeah, we can put it in the link below, and hopefully
Yeah. Now,
it can help other people out.
mine was resolved, but it's still showing that 1.5 on there. They said they fixed it.
Hmm. Well, maybe
I
it.
mean, I don't know how long it takes. I did it like yesterday
Yeah.
what was it, yesterday afternoon I sent you that link?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
it
maybe it
takes
takes
like
like
a
24 hours or something. I don't know. I'll have to look back.
Mhm.
But I know I've done it
Yeah.
before, and it shows back up as 0, so if it doesn't, then,
Mhm.
you know. But I did get like right in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 emails from the 4 things, and they're like, we have they tell you we've um decided in your favor. It wasn't late. It was shipped on time. It was received on time, whatever. So,
Yeah.
as long as if something arrives to somebody late, as long as you have shipped it on time, you shouldn't get a late shipment. If you shipped it late with outside of your handling, then that's going to be on you. But,
Yeah, and you can't get rid of that.
right.
I mean, I don't see how you
Yeah.
could,
And
you know?
and like you said, nobody complained that they got something
Mhm.
late or anything. So, I mean, I think most people that buy on eBay at this point in time yeah, they know that they're not getting their stuff right away. Although I know some of our friends, I haven't gotten one lately, but I have gotten it before. Like they buy something and then they're like, just soon after that, they're like, why haven't you shipped it yet? Because
Oh,
it's eight
yeah.
o'clock at night, and
Yeah.
it's not going out till tomorrow anyway.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I rarely get those, you know,
I
other
don't. I
than
don't. I have had one or two in the past, but not lately.
yeah. Yeah, they'll just say, "Can you ship this ASAP?" And I'm like, "Okay, I can do that for you. I guess so." I know that I guess the only issue that I come across or have come across like this past week was somebody ordering international stuff. Like they're an international buyer. They wanted to buy, they bought 2 items in my store.
Can you
And
hear that?
they can I hear what?
Oh, okay. Just as long as you can't hear, I'm like trying to really listen to you. There's like the plow is out there.
Oh no, I
It's like
can't hear it.
'cause we live on the corner, so he's like doing
Oh
his,
no.
moving
His
everything around.
roundabouts.
Yeah. Okay.
Dang. Nothing. I've got rain, Mo. That's it. You got a plow guy out there. Maybe it's
Yeah.
Corey. Maybe he's just making his trek across America.
Mr. Plow.
Mr. Plow, we're talking about Corey from Grams and Pops. They live in South Dakota, and they've got a plow. They've got a tractor. He's making tractor content of plow in the field
We're
or
trying
their
to get him to
driveway, I
anyway,
guess.
yeah.
Mhm. He
Tractor
does on his
channel.
he does on his Instagram. I think he posted on his Instagram. I think he did last
Okay.
year. I remember seeing
I
it
mean,
because he had
he
coffee.
did post a couple things last year of him, yeah, on the tractor, but
Yeah,
he needs
because
a
I thought
channel. He needs tractor channel.
he does. I thought I remember seeing coffee or something. I don't know. You know what? No, we're totally getting off subject. I think
I
that
know.
Corey should sell real estate on his tractor window so we can like put a sticker there because it's a front angle. So maybe we could just buy kind of like a baseball stadium. Like the outfield
Uh-huh.
has like you know auto zone across the side. Maybe
Number one
we can,
podcast,
that
number
what
one reselling podcast.
yes,
Right
I am
across
gonna
the
make a
top.
sticker. I'm gonna make a sticker and I'm gonna send it to him, and I'm gonna
Put it on
Photoshop a
the
picture
plow.
of where he needs to put it on the tractor, so we'll be there. That is it, Mo. I am a marketing genius. That's it.
Well, and on the flip side of that, if you want us to put your sticker somewhere here, we'll do it for a fee.
Yes.
Just
Yeah. Oh no, no fee, Mo. No fee. Mo, you have a PO box?
no.
Oh, PO box. Oh, you got. Oh, well. I would tell you to send the sticker to me. I have a PO box, but this is my kitchen wall. I don't think my family would like reselling stickers on the kitchen wall.
I do have people's stickers that I'm going to put back there, but I'm putting them on
Yeah.
frames. But I haven't got
Oh,
around to it yet. It's been
yeah.
a long year.
Gotcha. Oh, but since I got sidetracked, I don't know how. Somebody
Me
bought
and the plow.
somebody got two they were international buyer. They bought 2 individual items separately. Like there was no combined shipping or anything. And then they emailed and
Right.
said, "Oh, can you combine them and refund me?" But I was like, "Oh, I can't do that because it's international. Because isn't there like custom forms that wouldn't match if you combined them? You know what I mean? Like when they open the
Oh,
package, they would go, "This is not what's declared
through
on
you mean
this."
through eBay's thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They have to buy them. Do you have it set so you can buy together through eBay's?
No,
Can you do
I
that
don't.
for international?
I don't know.
I just did it.
I don't.
No, I
You
didn't do it. I
did?
was looking at buying something and I put them in my cart last night and or the other night.
Mhm.
And like they had it set up for, combined shipping, like so. And it was like little things. So the first thing was like the shipping, and then they just added like $1 on for anything
I
else you
don't do
bought.
that. I don't do that. Maybe if I niched down to just clothes, I would do that
Yeah.
because, you know,
Hmm.
I kind of know exactly like how much the weight would be. But what if
Right.
this is the reason I don't do it. Because what if somebody bought that bowling ball and then they bought a crystal ornament? I am
Right.
not shipping those in the same box.
But
Do you know what I
can't
mean?
you Right, no. And anybody that wasn't stupid wouldn't want you to either.
Right. Yeah.
But for some things, I thought you could, if they put it in the cart, I thought if you set it up, and look, I'm talking big, and I don't think I don't have this on either. But I mean, the few times that some people, but they haven't been international, the few times some people have bought from me, and it's like, I bought 2 things from you, can you combine shipping? I have, and then I just send them back. I was like, yeah, I'll send you back whatever the difference is in shipping cost when I put them
Mhm.
together. But I thought there was also a way, like, you could have it so if they put it in their shopping cart and bought from you, it doesn't charge. I could be making this up. It didn't charge
No,
them until you put in the shipping cost, and then it charges. Do you know what I mean?
I
Then it
think
charges them.
I think that that is just because this is the only way I do it. But I think that the only way that you can do that is if you don't have pay immediately clicked. You know how you have to toggle that on or off, pay
Oh,
immediately?
okay. Yeah. Well,
That's
no,
what
I'm
I
not
because
doing
I
that.
know I've heard like shed flips. I think that they have that toggled off so they could combine
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
shipping.
Maybe that's where I heard
But
it before. I
yeah,
don't.
I don't do
Yeah,
that.
I'm not doing
I
that.
just
I'm not
refund.
doing that.
If I can
Yeah.
combine them, like, I just have the people buy it, and
Yeah.
then I refund them because I have had
Mhm.
people say, "Oh, I wanna buy all these" this was the situation. It was Christmas villages, Christmas houses. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
there's 5 of them that I want.
Uh-huh.
Can you, put them all together in a lot, and I'll
Mhm.
buy them?" Well, that's some work to take down the listings, build the new
Right.
listing, and then they ghost you, and you just did all
Right.
that work.
Right.
So, I just say now,
No, I wouldn't do that. Yeah.
"Hey" no. I mean, I have done it in the past, and I've gotten burned, and I was like, "I'm not doing that anymore." So, I just tell the
Yeah.
people, "Buy it, I'll refund you all of the overage," all the
Right.
overage.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
and it hasn't been a problem, well, at least, that I know of. I mean, maybe people look at it and they're like, "Oh, I'm not interested in buying from you because your shipping is $8,000." You know?
I had a different account when I sold years ago
Uh-huh.
for a short period of time. Eh, but that account got compromised and eBay like it wasn't me, like they had told me. They like emailed me and made me call them and they're like, this account's compromised. We have to shut it down. You have to make a new account. Uh I when I did that, I don't do this anymore, but I used to put in my description, um, you know, will combine shipping,
Mhm.
just to so that
But not
people would know.
anymore.
But I don't know. I think most people are savvy enough to be like, can you combine? I don't know. I should say most people that buy a lot on eBay are savvy enough to say, hey, you know,
Just
w-
communicate
would
with the
you
buyer, and it's
combine the shipping if
yeah.
I bought it? Oh yeah, no problem. Because I've done it in the
Yeah.
past. I don't sell a whole
Mhm.
lot of things to two people or two or more things to one person.
I just was like, I don't know, I don't know. Has anybody that's watching had any issues with international and people trying to ask you to combine, but only under one order number? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
just thought
I
I just thought I didn't wanna risk it getting rejected because the items in the box didn't match the items on the invoice, you know?
Right, because when
Maybe
eBay
somebody
gets
else
them
has
and has to
experience
do
with it.
whatever. Right. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's something that eBay needs to take care. You know what I mean? Because they're handling all that. You're just shipping to
Shipping to the international spot.
Indiana or
Mhm.
Illinois or wherever it's going.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that was my issue of the week, Mo, that I came across.
Issue of the week. We need like little jingles.
Hey, don't don't I will do it, Mo, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I gotta put more stuff in."
No, you're
Like,
in charge of those. I mean, I
But you
I
have
could
to.
edit it in if you make it. It's like
True. True. Oh my gosh. And I know this week we were going to talk about, what is it? Hold on, let me get the right verbiage. I can't remember now. I had to change my page. Okay. I think that I came up with this thought because when you watch like Instagram and YouTube shorts, you see, and I'm guilty of it because I do these, you know, it's a 20-second clip, and it's like, oh, I got this bowling ball, since we were just talking about bowling ball, I got this bowling ball for $10, and look, it sold for $60. And it just seems like, wow, this is so easy and quick, and
Mhm.
anybody could do it. So it made me think that, because that makes it seem like reselling could be pretty passive. Like you have like literally 20 seconds invested into it, So I thought
Right.
we should talk about that, the fact that reselling is not passive income. And
Yeah.
these are reasons why.
Right.
So because I'm
It's
guilty
definitely
of
not.
making it look, I'm guilty of making it look, easy, I think a
Right.
lot of people are,
Mhm.
not that that's
Well,
what we're trying to convey, but if you just don't have any
people
knowledge of it,
right.
you know.
And most people show just, what do we watch? We watch for reselling, we watch people buying, we watch picking, and we watch say, what sold.
Yeah.
But there's a whole lot of in between.
Yeah. A whole
There's a
lot.
whole lot of in between,
Yeah.
you know?
I,
So
I agree. Mhm.
you have to find inventory. I mean, um, picking's fun, but you also have to like find stuff that sells. Some days are better than
Mm.
others. And if you
Yeah.
want the scoop on going full time on that, you have to go watch Shane.
Yeah, Soda
Um,
City Flips.
yep, because and he was our guest a few weeks back.
Mhm.
But he's had to rethink how he sources, and I mean he's doing an awesome job at it. If you want to know more about you know broadening your sourcing horizons, especially if you're in a place
Exactly.
where there's no well, most of the US, not all, but most of the US is doesn't we don't have yard sales, garage sales all year long. And
Yeah.
and a lot of places thrift stores stink. So you got to get creative. And
Yeah.
that can be hard. That's hard work too. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it is the fun to me it's the most fun part, but it
Yeah.
is hard.
Yeah. And the time that you have to put into finding, like, all of the yard sales that are well, at least
Right.
around here, Saturday. You've gotta spend all not all night, but you've gotta spend a lot of time on Friday calculating your
Yeah, where are you going to
routes, and
go? Hmm.
yeah, there's a lot of time invested in that.
And if
And
you're doing full time too, like I'm sure you do, you keep track of your mileage and stuff like that
yeah,
for tax
for
purposes.
taxes.
Hmm.
Yep. That's yeah, all
So,
those little things that you don't think
yeah.
of.
So that's like a
And
little thing you have to do.
you might spend, Saturday, Friday night coming up with your route, and, is this one gonna be good? Is this one gonna be bad? And you might not even find anything. So you have spent,
Hmm.
let's just say, 5 hours of your morning driving all over, and you might not even find good stuff.
Right. And
It's never a guarantee.
what if you do that and the next day it pours and
Oh my
nobody's
gosh.
out?
Mhm.
I mean, now maybe they reschedule for Sunday, but who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
definitely
there's
a
that kind of thing.
even the fun part can be, not, that's I mean, I guess if it's your hobby, you can consider that passive because you're kind of like shopping for yourself and your business, but
Yeah.
because that's what my other half does. He's shopping for himself.
It's still not I don't And I'm gonna say this, I don't think anything is any side hustle is completely passive because whether there's work throughout or work just on the front end or because there's a lot of other things people sell design clothes, funny shirts and have
Mhm.
the print on demand stores, stuff like that. Like you still
Yeah.
have to do work in the beginning. After a while, like if you get a good one, it'll keep selling, but you have to keep coming up with new stuff. So I don't think anything is completely passive. There's not really a
No.
set and forget hustle,
Like a
you know?
yeah, exactly. Mhm. And, let's just say you're like, "Oh, I can make this passive. I'm gonna buy, like" I have a source where I can buy 5,000 of these this style T-shirt, and then I'm just
Mhm.
gonna make one listing and forget about it, and that's completely passive. Like, I could see somebody saying, "That's passive, I'm gonna try it." But
Yeah.
you have to also remember that trends change constantly,
Mhm.
like four
Yeah.
times a year. Well, at least two times a year. The trends change, so it could
Right.
be out of style by the time maybe you sold 50, and then now nobody wants those baby
Right.
doll tees from Y2K because that's not the style anymore.
Right.
So you have
Exactly.
to, and
Mhm.
so you have to constantly be researching the trends and
Yep.
styles and all these
Mhm.
keywords, constant upkeep. Well, I mean, not constant, but you do have to, stay proactive on it because if you want your stuff to sell, you have to have
Right. You have
the
to know
best
what people are
keywords.
buying. Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm thinking that's a mostly, well, I was thinking mostly of clothes, but then it's
Mhm.
also,
It's
home
housewares,
goods
it's
because
decoration,
yeah.
yeah, decor.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Because,
true.
the whole millennial gray, everything's kind of like a black and white in the home. I've heard that is, changing. And
Mhm.
I know brass has been selling pretty good because gold was in, gold accents were in, but now I hear like silver might be coming back in, so,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
get those pewter candlesticks ready because the brass might not be selling. Like who knows,
I know.
you just
And
that's
yeah,
the kind of
I
that's
agree.
I mean that's what happens. And you know,
Mhm. Totally. Yep. So, you gotta do homework all the time, you
mhm.
know? I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Somebody wrote in the comments, "Drink every time Mo and Amy say, I don't know." So I'm trying to
Who said
make
that?
it
Who said that?
I think it was Chad. What's his?
I'm gonna have to edit out our I don't knows. I'm just gonna say IDK.
IDK. Yeah. So I guess that's like my pause is saying, I don't know. But anyway, oh my gosh. And another thing that makes it not passive is you have to do inventory, you know?
Exactly. Yep.
Oh, see, I said again. You have to do inventory because your listings can fall off and fall away, and you can have a $300 item that's just vanished off of
Right.
eBay or Poshmark or Mercari or wherever you're listing.
And if
So,
you're like kind of new to this, I mean, a few years ago, I was like just going through because I started small and I just had like a shelf full of stuff that I started selling from around my house that was up here, and I moved it to my basement and I got more shelves and I was putting everything in bins down there, and I was just reorganizing my system. Like I wasn't doing it to inventory. I was just, making sure I had in my listing where each thing was. And I found
yeah.
a couple things that weren't there anymore. Like they were not listed anymore. And
Yeah.
I was pretty certain that I listed them. So eBay's sometimes stuff just disappears out into the ether. So you do have to
Mhm.
check your stuff. Like Amy said, it could be something cheap, but it could be something expensive. And when you realize, why isn't this selling? I thought this was a good seller or whatever. And then you see it's not there, then you know
Yeah.
why.
I'd be
So
curious to know
just like
what
a regular
makes
store, you got to do inventory.
yeah. No, I'd be curious to know what it is really like behind the scenes of eBay, what makes them drop off.
Why
Like,
it
is it
falls
because
off?
it's
Yeah,
been
I don't know.
yeah, like, is it listed over 2 years or something that makes it do that?
But why? Like, I should have had a whole bunch of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like random things you find that aren't listed, and not like
True.
I listed a lot of things at the same time.
Yeah.
They didn't all fall off. I don't know. It's
Maybe?
weird,
Yeah, like,
and who
it is
knows?
weird. It's like, is it they're like, "Oh, you haven't had a view" it's also it's a year and a half old, and you haven't had a view on that item for 6 months, so we're just gonna, like, kick it out? Like, I wonder what it is,
I
you
don't know.
know? I mean,
I've never. I don't know if
I'd like a
anybody's
heads up.
figured that out. I don't think even the code monkeys at eBay would know.
The code
Uh,
monkeys.
Their stuff is a hot mess, and they know it. So
Their server can only handle, 500 million items, so where they're just, like, falling
right,
off the end when it gets to
yeah.
501 million. I don't know. What is
So
going on?
I have another one. The
Oh, okay.
actual listing, which encompasses a lot of like tasks, depending on what you're listing. You might get something
Mhm.
that's really easy to list. I don't know, like a book or something. Front, back, you're
Yeah.
done. But you might get clothes that you have to clean. You have maybe, it's a sweater and it's got some pills. You got to get your little sweater shaver out and get those off. You might have to iron. I don't iron my own clothes, but I probably would iron something to sell on eBay.
Iron
You
Mo.
know,
Iron.
cle-
I
and
use a
then
steamer.
a steamer. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
thing.
I know, I was being
And then
funny.
I don't use a steamer on my clothes either. It goes in the dryer and the wrinkles fall out that way. The
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You gotta, and cleaning stuff. If you get stuff, a lot of stuff you get is not in the best shape. Now, I have seen people list things that are dirty, and I
Yeah.
can't bring myself to do that. I gotta wipe it down. I gotta soak it in the sink. If I buy it from, Goodwill or something, they put the big old stickers on. So I'll stick it in the dishpan in the sink and let it soak off. I don't like to leave the residue on there. It's
Mhm.
just you go to a estate sale, stuff is dusty and dirty, you know, you got to give it a wipe down at least.
Yeah,
So that
and
takes, that's
testing.
time. Testing
And
things.
testing stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like, DVD players, Wiis, oh, electronics,
Yeah. Anything
all
with
kinds.
batteries, you got to put, y- I have a little stash of batteries I'll throw in for things them listing down, so that I can, because I don't ship it with the batteries and I'll take it out. I'll
Yeah.
show it, you know, lit up or whatever, or turned
Mhm.
on. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and,
mean, and taking pictures
yeah.
is, that takes a while.
Yeah, when you see sometimes I'll see, like, shorts and stuff that are like, "Oh, I only spend, like, 2 to 3 hours, like, nurturing my business, my eBay business," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"That's a lie." Like, I mean, I just don't see how it's possible
Well,
unless,
then
like
if you're doing it, you're just a hobby. I don't, you know, I mean,
yeah.
I'm not making full-time money now, and I spend more time than that doing
Mhm.
other, not just listing or sourcing or
But,
whatever
they'll
else.
say,
I
"I
mean,
make 6 figures and, I spend 2 to 3 hours," and I'm like, "Well, you must have help from your other like, another half or
right.
something."
So who are you paying to help you?
Exactly. Right. Yeah, I
Because you're
guess
not
you
making
could
six figures with 2 to 3 hours a day.
think there's or yeah. No, there's no way. There's
Mm-mm,
there's no way. I
I
can't
don't
even
think so.
imagine. Mm-mm.
Yeah, so don't
No,
believe that.
no.
Don't
Don't
believe that
believe
if
the
you see
hype.
this. Uh-uh.
Oh, and then, like, one of the main things, you sell these items, you gotta ship it out, so you have to, like,
Mm-hmm.
spend time, buying all of your shipping supplies and
Yeah.
storing them and all that stuff. That's a lot of
Right. Well,
Well,
and then
I
and you gotta
inventory
pack
my
it.
shipping supplies too. Well, yeah, and
Okay, yeah.
the
Mhm.
packing. But yeah, I have to go through and not only I inventory my inventory, I inventory my shipping supplies, and I have to go through
Right.
and, you know,
What are you low on?
check. Don't let anybody tell you it's passive or it's just, super easy to do because,
Mm-mm. Well, and
it's
actually
definitely not.
shipping, like, sometimes some days are easier than others. Now, I don't sell as much as you, but what, you had like 25 things to ship out today, you said?
Mm, oh no, not today. That was like
Oh.
when I sold the bowling ball. But
Oh, okay, okay.
I
But
only had 10. I only had
yeah.
10 today.
Now,
So,
if your 10 things were clothing, man, easy peasy, right? Put them in
yeah.
that poly envelope and slap that label on. But
Mhm.
like, if you're selling breakables or something has to go in a box, I didn't, you know, that tin I sold, I mean, it wasn't quite that I mean, I had to put it in a box, I put paper around it. So it wasn't hard. It didn't take long. But like sometimes I'll
Yeah.
ship breakables, so you're wrapping them up, or if you sell something big, I don't know, that you have to cushion, I don't,
Yeah.
some packing jobs are, I don't mind shipping. It doesn't, some people hate it and I don't mind it,
Yeah.
which is why I don't mind selling breakables. Excuse me.
Mhm.
But some people don't like it. If you don't like it, source clothes. They are like
Yeah.
clothes or DVDs or
But
something.
then with clothes, you have to deal with probably a lot more returns,
Right.
unless you
Mm-hmm.
are
There's
meticulous
something
about
else you
your,
have to do it.
yeah,
Yeah, but
returns.
still,
Yeah.
if you I mean, unless you're a no return person, people
They'll
are just they're
still
gonna say it doesn't fit and they're gonna send it back. And
no.
or they can just
No, the
say,
one that it smells. They said like somebody said
right.
it smelled. And I
Uh-huh.
was like, what? Because I smell them. Like I store all my clothes in a poly mailer or a
Right.
poly
Uh-huh.
bag, a clear poly bag. But I
Yeah.
always unsnap it and smell it. Because once
Right.
it's like closed up, maybe it will have like, like unearthed a smell. But I always do
Yeah.
that. I smell it to make sure it smells
Yeah.
okay. And it smelled
Uh-huh.
fine. They got it. I think it just didn't fit them, and they put in
Right.
a return request. They said it smelled, and then
Right. So they could
I think
have
I
like
talked
not
about
as
this before.
described or something. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it didn't smell because I asked Matt. I said, "Hey, smell this. What does it smell like?" He's like, "It smells like laundry soap."
Yeah.
So I think that was their way of getting out of paying for return shipping. But
Yeah.
so that's another
And
thing.
that
Got to deal
happens.
with
Mm-hmm.
returns.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly. Returns. Um,
Refunds,
yeah.
all
Mm-hmm.
that, or just
Yeah. So
you know
you gotta keep track of that. If you have like we're talking about PO box, I don't have one. If you have one, and you got a bunch of return, you got to go to it to go get your
Oh,
returns.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
I don't like going to the I don't like going to the PO box because there's always a line, and I guess because I'm spoiled because I do porch pickup, so I don't even have to, leave to do the packaging, but I do gotta go pick up
yeah,
stuff, which is kind of
right.
a bummer.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And then, on that same note of that, going to the PO box, sometimes I'll ship an item out to the address that they gave me, and then there'll just be a return to sender unable to deliver for some random reason. I have 1, 2, 3, I have 5 return to senders. I have like a tote that I keep all the return to senders in and
yeah.
just like are waiting for them to like hit me up and go, "Hey, where's my package?" Just so I can know what
Hmm.
to do with it. They're just
Yeah.
sitting there. How do you not remember that you ordered 5 Polly Pockets? Or you know what I mean? That's
I
one of
don't
them. I
know.
can see it from here. So,
Well,
I've got a little
you
collection.
at least you didn't have to pay return shipping.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I'm just still waiting for them to hit me up.
Right.
So, no eBay reselling. Well, any reselling online is not passive. Don't be
No.
fooled, guys. Don't be fooled.
No.
Yep.
There's a lot more things. What else? I mean, if you got something else, put it in the comments. I mean, there's a lot of other things that you have to, little things that you do here and there, maybe daily, monthly, yearly, that have to be taken care of that,
Just like your car, it's maintenance. Maintenance,
Yeah.
maintenance.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. We'll turn it into a maintenance Monday. There was a sailing channel that we would watch. He had, because the whole story about you buy a boat, it's just a project, bust out
It's
another
just
1,000 because
the
something's always
money, just throw
breaking.
money into the water.
Yeah. He had a maintenance Monday and he would do, because he did YouTube videos, and he would do maintenance Monday and it would be him repairing something on the boat. That's just, it was always, he had fresh content every week because something was always busting on that boat.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Could you, couldn't imagine doing a eBay maintenance Monday, fixing all the returns and drop-offs and stuff like that. No, thank you. Do you have any estate sales in the wintertime?
This weekend, I think there was one. I didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a company, it was like a private. It looked a little sus, so I didn't go.
Oh.
But I've been I still have plenty of stuff to list. I
Yeah.
was down there yesterday organizing some things, and man, I found so much Christmas that I didn't even get to. I'm just gonna, not that
Oh.
Christmas sells all year, but I'm just gonna put it to the side and do it late. I'm gonna do some other stuff first. And
Uh-huh.
I still got a death pile, and
Yeah.
I haven't, I didn't list over the holidays, so this is also why eBay is not passive. If you don't keep listing, you don't sell.
Yeah.
So,
That is true.
but mhm.
Matt was on vacation too during the holiday, so it's like I slowed down on my listing, except for
Yeah,
the Facebook stuff, which
right.
was, flying out.
Yeah,
But
that
that
was popping off.
compensated for the stuff that
Yeah.
that I didn't sell on eBay. But I have been. It is funny. I've been selling Christmas like every couple days since Christmas,
Yeah.
like a Christmas
Yeah.
item, like Christmas candles, Christmas ornaments. I just sold a Christmas ornament, one Christmas ornament for
yeah.
$36. It's
It's
like an
fresh in
owl.
people's minds. It's like, I think, and I have too, not this week, but I think I like right around Christmas week I did. Like they were getting it after Christmas. I think it's fresh in people's minds. They think of something like maybe something vintagey they want, or they need to replace something, or
Yeah.
like with the Christmas houses and stuff, they're like, oh, I need another one, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I
I
think
think
too.
it's just like, it's fresh and it's like, oh, I'm gonna get that now, like when I'm thinking of it, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I know that I've sold since Christmas. I have like it's one of those nativity sets, like the grander Noel ones. I don't know. They're both
Mm-hmm.
vintage. I have 2 sets of these, and I've decided to part them all out.
The ones you
And
were piecing out, yeah.
yeah, and I've sold a Jesus after Christmas, and I sold one of the like it's a donkey. I sold one of the donkeys, and I
Mm-hmm.
sold one of the like wise men. Because I in my mind I was thinking, oh, I wonder if it broke during the holiday.
Exactly. It probably did. And they're like, I'm gonna get it now. Get it now before you pack everything up and put it away. And you can put baby Jesus back away. That
Exactly.
too. But it's like it's fresh in their mind. Oh no, it broke. Let's go get another one. Oh no, the dog
Yeah.
ate it. That would be my house.
Mhm.
The dog ate it.
Yeah. And one I just shipped out, I think Friday I shipped it out. It was one of those vintage sequin push
Oh
pin
yeah, those ones you
ornaments.
had. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this one was an owl, and it sold for $36. 36
Nice.
bucks, Mo, for this
Wow. That's
owl.
awesome.
I
I
had it listed for 42, I think, but I took an
Yeah.
offer just to get rid of it because it's
Mm-hmm.
so fragile. So yeah, definitely get Christmas going. What were you gonna say?
That's sweet. I don't remember.
You said, I don't remember.
I don't think I was gonna say anything. I think I was just saying yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at I haven't looked at any like estate sales or anything. I will once, like, I feel like I'm waiting for the year to like settle into
I think,
normalcy. You know what I mean?
yeah, they're a little slow around this time, but they pick back up.
Hmm. Yeah, there's
Now see, there's one coming up this weekend. They're
yeah.
not my favorite. They're a little pricey, but you can
Hmm.
usually find something that they've undervalued.
Yeah,
So there's
there's
one.
one in person, and then the rest are online. The online ones.
Yeah, there's some online ones around here too.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all that's going on around
Yeah.
here. But it's okay. I've been watching storage units. Like I've on
Oh,
my,
okay, yeah.
you
Uh-huh.
know, the auctions. So
Yeah.
I have like a bunch that I'm actually like watching on the app
Yeah. Uh-huh.
to get, but they go so well. I don't know. It's all relative to what you want to pay, but they go so high for me when I'm used to, paying $5 for a tote at the Goodwill
I
auction.
know, right? Well, now you got to pay
So
10, right? Didn't it go up
I,
to 10?
yeah, I haven't been yet. Well, yeah, I have been once since they changed the price, but I didn't buy anything.
Yeah.
But I haven't gone yet since we've only gone like a couple times in December.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Maybe we'll go tomorrow. I don't know. It depends on the weather. But yeah, so I'd like to get some storage units. That would be fun. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know about in the middle of the winter, but it would be fun. I haven't made a video either on my personal channel since since Thriftmas.
Thriftmas, you've been tired.
Yeah. So I got to get back into the grind of making
Yeah.
videos and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for that challenge. Oh my goodness. So let us know, guys, what do you do in the winter time? How do you source in the winter? If you live in a cold
Yeah.
state, what do you do? Do you just have like a huge death pile that you
Yeah.
list from, or do you have some like cool places that you get stuff from? Like
Yeah.
attic clean outs? That would be interesting to do, like an attic clean out. Like you find some old stuff in some attics.
I this is going off and I'll be quick because we should be done by now. But
Oh, okay.
I was like scrolling through TikTok this weekend and this girl, she's young. She bought a house with everything in it. Her TikToks are all, let's go look for this, or let's go, like, apparently, like, there's a local, I don't know where she is. I didn't look into, like, where this house, so it was somebody's house for, like, a million years, and they got all their stuff in it. And
Uh-huh.
so she was, there's a desk, like a secretary desk.
Secretary?
And
Uh-huh.
huh? Yeah, so she's looking
No,
in it
yeah.
and she pulled out some cards and a couple $2 bills. She's like, "Oh, $2 bills." And then on one, she's like, "I found this in the basement." She goes, "My mom makes candles. I think this is beeswax." It was a giant brick of beeswax. And she found like a whole bunch more like in the basement. And
Mhm.
then there's some, like, so she bought it, like, somebody's grandma, mom must have passed away. They probably took what they wanted and left everything else. She bought it, and the family's like, was glad. And I don't know that she's selling anything. She was just like, going through it.
Uh-huh.
She um oh, there was like some like local cafe or something, and their family was like close to it. The mom or dad or whoever lived there liked it, and the people at the cafe collect chicken stuff. So she went around, she was like, "I'm gonna go there today." The family had told her about this. She's like, "I'm gonna go there today." So she looked around the house. She found like I want to say, I think she found a tin with with roosters on it. She was like, "Oh,
Huh?
look, that's close enough, right? That's chicken." Like, there's just stuff everywhere. I mean, it's not like a hoarder house or dirty house or anything. It's just,
Yeah.
you know,
Wow.
as it was when she was alive or whoever lived there or
Uh-huh.
wherever.
That's cool.
So it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that made me think of it cleaning out an attic or a basement. There's just,
Mhm.
stuff in the basement. She's just like, "Oh, let me look. Oh, look." I mean, beeswax, I don't think is cheap, probably. I don't know.
I
There was so many
no,
bricks,
because honey
like
honey's not
big
cheap.
bricks. Huh?
You
Oh
know,
yeah,
because
I know,
honey's not
$2
cheap
bills.
either.
Yeah. So
$2 bills,
it was
and
interesting.
those could be the $2 bills that are worth money. You know,
Yeah,
there's
that's
some that
another
are like,
channel you have to watch. The Coin Show guy. He tells you what. Apparently, any nickel or dime from, I can't remember the year. I'd have to go back and look. It's like 2008 or 2009 is worth more than a nickels and dimes because they
the core
didn't
is
make as
something
many
else.
or something. Yeah, and it's like
Oh,
anyone. You don't have to look for
oh,
weird marks or anything. It's anyone. I forget the exact year, but I think it was 8 or 9.
wow.
That's
I
another
didn't
one I
know
watch.
that.
This is a rabbit holes I go down.
Uh-huh. That's cool. Speaking of money, I found a bag of wheat pennies in one of my
Oh,
auction
cool.
totes. There,
Yeah.
nothing was like, I think the oldest one was like 1920 something,
Mhm.
and the rest were like 30s, 40s.
Mhm.
30s, 40s. That seems to stick out. I have it
Yeah.
like, in the closet, not the closet, but my little cabinet over there. But
Yeah.
they're not even worth selling. Like not
No?
even as a lot. Yeah, I think there's maybe 30 in total. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. They're just chilling there. I'm gonna,
Well, it's
I don't
30
know.
cents.
You deposit it in the bank mo.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're right. That is funny that I said
Get
I don't know
yourself
what I'm gonna
70
do
more
with it.
pennies and you can have a whole dollar.
Jesus. I'm gonna buy me some Bitcoin with my wheat pennies.
How much of
How
a
much what?
fraction of a Bitcoin can you get with that?
Yes, that's it. Turning wheat pennies into Bitcoin. Clickbait.
There you go.
And with
That'd be
that,
your net.
guys, we're flipping out. Bye. Thanks so much for watching, and check out more of our videos right here. We're flipping out.